Hello everyone and welcome to Sources Classes. This is Ashmita, and in today's class we're going to discuss about the questions that you will get in this year's question papers. That is the General Studies portion of the UPSC 2022. We're going to discuss the General Studies portion, and as I told you in my previous class also, we are going to discuss only 5 questions per video because otherwise the explanations would be quite long and that can become monotonous. So let's start our discussion today. I'll be providing you with the solutions as well as I'll be explaining it to you. Why did I choose that option? Okay, this is number 6. The number is not clear enough over here. With reference to foreign-owned e-commerce firms operating in India, which of the following statements is or are correct? Let us go through the sentences, what they have given, statements rather. They can sell their own goods in addition to offering their platforms as marketplaces, all right? And number 2 says the degree to which they can own big sellers on their platform is limited. Over here, this statement 1 is of course correct. All right, because you see, e-commerce firms can definitely sell their own products in addition to offering their platforms as marketplaces. So they can do both of them. Number 2, this one is also correct. Why? Because big sellers have the limit of 20% for sale on the e-commerce platforms. So obviously they can own big, like these platforms can definitely own big sellers. So both of them can be seen in number C. That is both 1 and 2. We need to select the correct answer. So we have chosen number C to be the correct answer. Okay. Question number 7 for the UPSC 2022 paper, General Studies portion. Which of the following activities constitutes the real sector in the economy? Now over here, okay, let us read the statements first, what they have given. Okay, they are talking about activities which constitutes the real sector in the economy. Okay, farmers harvesting their crops. Then number 2, they have given textile mills converting the raw cotton into fabrics. Then number 3, they have given a commercial bank lending money to a trading company. And number 4, they are talking about a corporate body issuing rupee denominated bonds overseas. Okay. These two will only constitute the real sector in the economy. So let's find out which option is showing number 1 and 2 to be the correct ones. Yeah, got it. Number A is showing number 1 and 2 as the correct ones. Okay. Let me tell you one by one why did I choose these two. You see over here the real sector of the economy basically deals with the production side, while the nominal economy deals with the financial side. So financial activities majorly support real or the production activity, but obviously it does not contribute itself too much except the factor income it generates. Yes, we need to choose which of the following activities, or sorry, which of the following situations best reflects the indirect transfers often talked about in media recently with reference to India. So we need to discuss which is that situation that reflects the indirect transfers. Let us go through the statements which are given. But okay, before going over through, just going through the statements, let me tell you what are indirect transfers. Now, indirect transfers, they basically refer to situations where when foreign entitles when foreign entities own shares or assets in India, and the shares of such foreign entities are basically transferred instead of a direct transfer of the underlying assets in India. Okay. So if we go through the statements, number A says an Indian company investing in a foreign enterprise, and no, it's not going. What about number B? A foreign company investing in India and paying taxes to the country of its base on the profits arising out of its. No, it is also not correct. Number C. An Indian company purchases tangible assets in a foreign country, and sells such assets after their value increases and transfers the proceeds to India. No, this is also not correct. Let's go through the last option, that is a foreign company transfers the shares, and such shares derive their substantial value from the assets which are located in India. Yes, this will go, of course. Question number 9 says, with reference to the expenditure made by an organization or a company, which of the following statements is or are correct? Let's go through the statements provided. We need to talk about expenditure made by an organization or a company. Okay, just remember that. Number 1 is saying acquiring new technology is capital expenditure. Okay, and number 2 says debt financing is considered capital expenditure, while equity financing is considered revenue expenditure. So over here, you see statement 1, that is acquiring new technology is capital expenditure, is obviously correct, because you see acquiring new technology is considered as capital expenditure, which is absolutely correct. And why? Because it will generate profit in the future, obviously, and that will help in the creation of new assets. What about number 2? Number 2 is incorrect. Okay, it is because debt financing and equity financing are considered under capital expenditure. So therefore, this statement 2 is false, like it's incorrect. So we are going with one only. That is, your correct answer would be number A. That is, number 1 is correct. Moving over to question number 10 for today's class. That's the last question that we're going to discuss. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statements. Number 1 statement says, a share of the household financial savings goes towards government borrowings. And number 2 says, dated securities issued at market-related rates in auctions form a large component of internal debt. So you see, if you follow both these sentences, obviously both of these are correct. Okay. Statement 1, if I say once again, that is, it's correct, because you see a share of the household financial savings are obviously going to the government borrowings, right? And that also as part of the public accounts of India. And it mainly consists of the Provident Fund. We are saving in the Provident Fund. And what about number 2? That is, here dated securities. If I talk about dated securities, means the regular government bonds. All right. Whereas the T-bills, the T-bills are considered separately. The dated securities, which are issued at like market related rates, those comprise of a large share of the internal debt. Okay, that is why we can consider this statement to be true also. So we are going to consider number C, because it says both 1 and 2 are correct. So that's it for today's class. We're going to discuss more questions like this, and we're going to solve slowly in each of our videos, that you can follow it, and you can just learn about the explanations, and just locate your answers, which one is correct, in our other classes. Till then, let me tell you something about our classes. If you want to join our classes, you will get the facilities of live lectures, recorded lectures, then solutions to the previous year's question papers, unsolved papers and sample papers, solutions, then solved study materials would be provided at your doorstep, crash course facilities, scholarship facilities, then mock test facilities, everything you would be provided. So if you are preparing for any kind of entrance examination or any kind of competitive examination, then you can definitely join our classes through the website link, that is www.servicesclasses.com, or you can also log on to the you can just go over to the description box below, and there you will find the link itself. You don't need to type it, you just go through that link and it will open, and you can just fill up the enrollment form and just join our classes. You can also call us at the number which is provided in the description box below. So just in order to just get the guidance and just to prepare properly in the rigorous routine, you need to do that. So that's it for today's class. We are going to meet once again in our next classes.